This is Journey Through Miro, and I am Nella Moore, and these are my boys. Say hello, boys.
Hello.
What up?
And they are going to introduce themselves, starting with I can't say favorite, but my favorite.
I hope it's your favorite.
On the other
Okay.
side.
We get the bias, we get the nepotism. Okay, I get it.
You're sending mixed signals, man. um, hello. I am normally introduced as fiance. I am the fiance of the illustrious DM Nolan Moore. I also do my own campaign, The Tomes of Time, in which in which these two play, in which this one played for a Halloween game. Anybody doesn't know what they're watching in 2 months? 3 months? 3 months. Yes. Called Tomes of Time on my YouTube channel, 11 Jedi 100. Also, Steven Stowell on TikTok, though I haven't done much there since I've moved because life. I play Yep No Tail, Command Raw, and get into shenanigans and chicanery.
Hello there. I am one who literally has no face cam right now because I don't want his internet to die. but, but of course, I am Jeremiah, also known as the Black Doctor, on TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Patreon, all that awesome good stuff. You can find me there. But here, I not only play, as our boy Steven has said, on the Tones of Time as the holy Tortle Donatello, but I also play here on Journey Through Miro as the Paladin of Vengeance, Balgroth the Dark, or more specifically Balgroth the Undead, because he's the only one of this group who has, officially died and come back to life. So, yeah, fun stuff has happened.
So now you're Balgroth, the dark ghost type.
I guess I am a ghost type now.
Yeah.
A steel ghost type.
Steel Coast. Well, I am Dale at Dale Jitsu on TikTok, X, and Instagram in roughly that order. I have a face made for radio and a voice made for print, although my sister tells me my voice sounds like it should lull a small child to sleep, and I'm not sure what to think about that. I play the role. What are you laughing at, Jerry? You're too ugly to even be on camera. He says his internet's broken. The camera itself cracked. Upon seeing him, JK, he's actually pretty good looking. But I play the role of Isaiah. No homo, no diddy. Isaiah Yeager, Magus extraordinaire, and yes, the leader of the Hands of Vengeance.
Leader? Who said that?
Hey, it's my intro. You had your chance.
So
ISIS mutiny.
who can give me a recount of what happened the last session?
We tried to find stuff to do.
We dug around.
We basically tried to break into the witch's house, and we failed doing that. We ended up exploring through, basically over at the fountain, found that underground there was some magical power flowing from it. Ended up seeing basically a white light creature and a black Flogrant fight each other to the death, and it ended in a draw.
Okay.
Is there anything else I'm forgetting?
Was it last episode or the one before where Yip Yap became Apostle's guinea pig indefinitely?
I think that was 2 before.
Yeah.
About 2 before.
Okay.
Mayor Rufel was turned into a dragonborn.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Poisoned water.
He's pretty
Somebody's poisoned the water hole. Maybe.
He's
No.
Yip Yap likes the new look.
Also, there was something that tore from the ocean that tore through town and broke houses and was investigating the fountain. We did not see it, though.
Oh yes.
Right.
And we dug all around it and found basically nothing of value outside of the cockfight.
Okay. Each of you get inspiration for that. Cool recap.
She hates us, I can tell.
Oh, was it not? I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep it a secret. So we go back, and you guys are all just kind of standing around the fountain. It's closer to evening now. The sun isn't fully set, but the sky is that sort of pinkish orange it gets as evening creeps along. What do you want to do?
I'm sort of staring at that sort of jar that Isaiah has with a little bit of that essence of Flogant, and I'm trying to figure out what it is.
It's just the Flogant.
Yes.
The best essential oil.
Because you're worth it.
I'll get it. This just smells like printer ink. Exactly.
What's a printer?
What's an ink? What's a yip yap?
Oh,
Delicious. Alrighty.
Do you think we should just head back to the inn to see or investigate what we found?
Yes, I think that's probably best for today. Doesn't seem to be a lot going on.
And we don't necessarily have any more leads.
Yes. Well, let's head back.
All right then.
head back inside. And
Meanwhile, in our universe,
as you three walk back up the porch towards the tavern, the dwarven couple that's been sitting there all day is still sitting there. The dwarf woman is still humming under her breath, but you can kind of hear soft words spoken in dwarven as she smiles in a really happy, serene way. And the man aside her holding her hand in the other rocking chair has changed from tapping his foot, rocking back and forth, to fully bouncing his leg in a sort of nervous way. And inside the tavern, there is a soft glow as Apostle has started the fire for the night, but there doesn't seem to be many patrons inside. Just him.
Does the tune strike any bells that she's singing for Yip Yip?
Roll history.
Ooh. Yip Yap famously experienced outside his small circle with a nat 1.
You don't recognize it.
Dang.
It's catchy.
Yeah. Yip Yap knows pretty much every kobold folk song, however.
What is the subject of kobold folk songs typically?
Oh, like kill the goblin, kill him dead.
Catchy.
I am unsurprised.
what amazing skill in literature and language too.
Those are big words for you, Pat.
A lot of big words right now, so I'm gonna take that as disrespect.
Everything I say is basically disrespect towards someone. And they act like I care.
And yet people are always mad at me.
You just have that kind of face, Isaiah.
Yes, a face only a mother could pretend to love. Now let's get dinner.
Alrighty then.
Or, there's also, around this time, someone would run through the town. It was less a song, more just I guess you call them town criers. You just go around being like, it's sundown, do you know where your kids are, Don't want them to be stolen by goblins.
I know where my kid is.
Oh, yep. Puts a sorry hand on his knee. Just like, there.
And Balgras just humbly broods, or subtly broods.
Stephen, I don't mean to alarm you, but there's actually a small kobold peeping up above your couch behind you.
Oh yeah, that's Yip Yip. He's here with me to help me channel the.
He rolled a 5 on his stealth check.
Yeah, he rolled so low, I had to put him up there.
All right. Well, is Apostle around?
Yes. As you walk inside, did you retrieve your octopus from the fountain?
I would have taken him, yes, for not just leaving.
Okay.
We did.
Yeah.
Just leave the octopus and the egg there, and it'll be fine.
Yeah, nothing will go wrong.
Oh no, it all went wrong.
Where did this octodragon come from?
Ooh, I would love to see an octodragon.
Ooh, fusion dance.
So yes, the fire is lit. It is emitting soft orange and yellow glow across the floor into the tavern, as most of the lanterns have been dimmed to save on oil. Apostle is leaning back against the bar counter, his back to you three, as he, in one hand paw, nurses a cup of silverish liquid. The other is tapping a rhythm onto the counter as he is staring, not with any discernible emotion, just with an intense concentration, just at the wall. And on the counter behind him is a scattering of different colored envelopes.
I love how you described this to the group, but because of Yip Yap's disadvantage point, there's no way he could see that last detail.
That's fair.
I sort of slump across the table. What you looking at there, Hoss?
He gestures with the cup towards the wall. She knows she's in trouble, so she's hiding in the walls. And he tilts his head back and gives a kind of reserved smile to you three. But she only has so many hiding spots. And with his free hand, he stops drumming and reaches down to pull up a small leather bag that he gingerly places on the counter before you. I said I'd find your things, and find them I surely did.
Balgroth immediately, without hesitation, grabs the bag, reaches into it, and just paws for his belongings.
Very quickly, you're able to grab the pearl and the picture of your wife.
Is the corner of my note in there?
There is
grabs
this
them, holds them. He grabs the pearl and the picture, holds them close, and then just tosses the bag up in the air for Isaiah to catch it.
I would like to catch it.
Okay.
Can I see if my stuff
roll for dexterity?
Roll to see if it turns into a mimic. Yeah, your stuff is in there.
That would be a perception, insight, or investigation.
All right, I've got my stuff back. Excellent. So I get my stone, my wand of flying, and my bone dice. I can gamble again.
Mm-hmm.
Fun fact, most gamblers quit just before they were going to hit it big. Gambling addiction is a psyop from big casino to keep you from getting what you deserve.
Mm.
That sounds
gentlemen, sometimes you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Yeah. This time, it's folding time.
Gotta know when to walk away. Yip Yap's gonna search through the bag.
I'm going to run back with all the money you got from your new mortgage.
The final things in the bag Yip Yap finds is the note from the Radiance, along with the stick that he had been given from Flory.
Wait, the whole note's in there? Because you had described that a corner of it had been bitten off.
Right, corner of it. That's what I meant.
Corner?
Open the bag, let's see what you got.
Stick, okay.
So yeah. Can Yip And Balgroth, roll a perception check for me, please.
Okie dokie. Let's see what you got. But do not. Everybody listen closely. See how
Roll what check?
Perception.
Oh, okay, sorry. I rolled low on my IRL perception check.
We cannot.
And my in-game one, too. That's a 4.
Dang.
Yep. All seems well. Balgroth, when you kind of look at what you've retrieved, the picture is in good condition. There doesn't seem to be anything wrong with it. The pearl is less shiny than it was before when you first grabbed it, whereas when you first had it and you would look at it, it was as if you were looking into the ocean surface itself, but now it just has the normal sheen of a regular pearl.
This does not look like my pearl.
Who do you say that to?
Say that to the bartender.
Apostle places down his cup and turns to lean his elbows on the counter. That's the pearl I found.
This is not my pearl.
What did yours look like?
It was beautiful. And when you looked at it, you saw the sea. This, I see nothing.
Sorry. I looked at all her hiding spaces. That was the only pearl I found. And the way you're describing what it looked like before, I've seen many a pearl across my paws, but I've never seen any described like that.
He sort of he sort does he still hear the scribbling in the walls?
Nope.
Well, then look harder. I must find my pearl.
Is it a pearl of great price?
Yes. like literally, it's glowing, and it looks like the ocean.
We talking the Bible kind or the Mormon kind?
Yes.
Hey, Isaiah, do you have like a spell that can like fix broken things, like mend them or something?
Is nobody gonna help me in my time of need?
Well, what's the problem? I sort of want to look at my stuff now because I see them distraught. How does my stuff look?
Roll perception.
Yip shows him his folded up letter and the part that was ripped out of it. It's like, I need it to go back together. It's not that big of a damage. It should be, undamageable. Words big. Brain small. I need you to back arrow this. You know what I mean?
My time's down quickly.
Run back real quick. What exactly was stolen?
The Noid stone. Like the one that I guess communicates and can take us to her.
Mm-hmm.
My wand of flying and my bone dice.
No, they all look as they did before.
Okay.
Why is it always my stuff?
Let's see. Well, Yip, come hither. Let me take a look at yours first.
From what?
Get your... Please come to this point.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to take your... I guess it's a book or a scroll?
It's a note that has been folded over, and just a corner is ripped out of it.
You're missing a corner.
I have the corner.
Oh. Let me see those.
Just yeets the darn thing.
Oh.
It just sets it on fire. No.
I'll have to study this.
Oh no, wrong spell!
Yip would kill you.
And Balgroth, is your pearl magical or is it just a pearl?
I think it's magical. It's a glowing pearl. He tosses the pearl that he has over to him.
You've had a magical glowing pearl this whole time, and you never had told me about it or let me look at it?
When was the last time you and I actually had something to do with magic? What happened then?
Balgroth, it's these sorts of secrets that probably caused that sort of thing.
We had no secrets before then.
Is it like an actual pearl-sized pearl, or is it like a Ponder the Orb-sized pearl?
It's a
It's
pearl
a-
sized.
Yeah, it's a small.
Is it magic?
Not anymore.
Shut up.
Oh wow, the component is a pearl worth at least 100 gold pieces.
Oh, which the spell consumes. No, just kidding.
The
Right?
spell consumes.
Suddenly we think about
grammar.
components. No, there's nothing magical about the pearl.
Okay.
It's a pretty pearl. It's real, like it came from the ocean and a clam and all that stuff, but it's not
Yeah.
magical.
If I try to prestidigitate it or mend it, does anything happen? Like clean it with prestidigitation?
You clean it off. There was some dust on it that was like kind of coming off as you guys touched it. And with it fully cleaned now, you see that there is like a little tiny black spot kind of within the pearl coloring.
Balgroth, there's a tiny black spot within the pearl's coloring. Is it like in the center of the pearl or like someone like poked it?
It's kind of just like mixed in. It's less of like a fully circle spot and more just like a blemish.
That's not my pearl.
Well, it could be your pearl and it could simply be defiled.
Where's me pearl?
To go from a complete view of the ocean to a black impurity?
Well, corruption is a thing. I can't imagine rats are good for pearls.
I don't know.
Are you saying not to trust Skaven traders?
I don't know, Yip Yip, am I?
There's a reason I do character. The yip yap in your mind's eye.
Now, Yip Yap, what was on that note of yours?
Kenobi.
Something. It's just an amazing pinup of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Pinup was the wrong term.
This is the wrong room.
It's a personal message from my god.
Right. Okay. Did the rat take anything else that looks not all right for either of you?
Stick. I think it looks alright. There's no gnaw marks on it as Yip Yap looks it over.
Nope.
Smells normal.
Yep.
Well, I thought I needed it.
Vile creature. Well, in any case.
What'd you call me?
Not you. Apostle, could we possibly get some victuals for the evening?
Some what?
Food?
Yes. What would you all like?
Bell peppers and beef.
Well, I can manage that. Fine as well. Anything to drink?
Milk, please.
Didn't we eat last session? Haven't we eaten?
But not dinner.
Yeah, it's evening now.
Oh, right. Fair. Fish, please.
Look at us out here having more than one meal a day.
Right.
Living like kings.
Yes.
I technically am.
Austerity.
And what would you like? He looks at Balgroth.
Uh, mutton and a fine wine.
All right. So that's peppers and steak and milk for Isaiah.
Milk
Is
drinking
that
high
correct?
elf.
Correct.
That is going to be 5 gold pieces.
Wow. All right.
The steak's expensive, you understand.
Apparently.
How much
For
is
the
each jerky
kobold,
kid?
for the kobold, some fish. It's going to be 2 copper pieces. And I'm sorry, Barbara, I didn't hear if you ordered food or not.
Yeah, just mutton,
And
lamb.
wine. And
Yeah.
wine, you said? All right.
Yeah.
And that is going to be 6 gold pieces, if you please.
Okay.
Cool. He gathers up the coinage and puts it in. You hear it just drop into something, but you can't tell exactly what he dropped it into. And he pops under the counter for a bit. And after a couple minutes, he comes back up and moves like all the envelopes off the counter. And in front of you, your meals and drinks kind of apparate in front of you on the counter.
Oh, how nice! Yep, exactly.
Balgroth just simply eats and grumbles silently.
He's always going to swirl his milk as though it were a finer drink as he nurses it throughout his meal.
As you
And
guys eat.
Oh, sorry, go on.
I was going to say, as you guys eat, Apostle just takes 2, flipping through the envelopes he has and kind of looking around the tavern.
Apostle, what's in those envelopes?
Well, Woofle wanted to move the request board from outside the town hall into here. Makes things easier, he says, but I have to find a place to put them. We've been getting more little letters and pamphlets and things from outside of town, which isn't new, but this is more than we've gotten in a while.
Really? Are these just new jobs, or?
Not exactly, just mail-in birds have been flying over the trees, ending up in here.
Interesting. Well, there we go.
He flips one over in his hands, and he kind of raises an eyebrow before lifting it up and turning it towards you 3. And it says, in a sort of neat calligraphy on the back, Isaiah. I think this one might be yours.
Well, thank you. I'm not sure who would be writing me letters, but I'll take it and open it. We just got a letter. What's from?
Who it's from?
As you open it, inside is a very just simple piece of parchment. Written on it, it says, "Dear Isaiah, I hope this letter finds you wherever you may be. We are sure by now that you have tried returning home and found the sorry state it's in. Don't worry about us. The Father has taken all of us to the vacation home until we can be sure this issue with doppelgangers is solved. In case you don't remember how to get here, I drew a rather crude map on the back of this letter. I hope to see you soon. Much love from Faye."
From Faye?
Mhm.
All right. Is that my mother?
It's one of your sisters.
One of my sisters. Of course, of course.
Your sister is a fae, and she has your name. That's bad.
That's not good.
That's not good.
Well, interesting. Thank you very much, Apostle. I will then pocket the letter.
Of course.
Well, I suppose it's about time to turn in. Any closing thoughts, gentlemen?
I want my pearl.
I believe you.
Thank you for fixing my letter.
Well, being tired won't get your pearl back, but it'll make you feel better in general. Wait, I got that
Breaking
back.
down the entire place until I find my pearl would make me feel better.
Oh, that's a
But I
terrible.
don't think anyone will be happy today.
Let's just go to bed.
Fine.
Okay. So you three all go up to your rooms that you've been having for the night. It's 5 copper for tonight to Apostle each. And as you all turn in and get ready for bed, we are going to take a 10-minute break.
All right.
You said it's 5 copper a night?
All
Yes.
right.
5 copper.
Copper.
I help Yip Yap count.
Okay. No, Margaret, I think that's 6.
That's good, Yip Yap. Unfortunately, that's wrong.
But you see, when you count, you have to show 6 with 2 hands, and to count this, I have to use 2 hands. So 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh.
I'm glad you're learning, Yip Yap. Oh God, it's spreading.
Oy.
Y'all excuse me. I'm gonna make myself a bag of popcorn.
All right.
So I've got 2 original Xboxes.
Ooh,
They both have problems with them.
go on.
So my original one that I'd got, the disk drive is dying, basically. And fortunately I got the spare one, and so I tried that. The problem is, I think due to overheating issues, it's freezing a lot.
Huh.
I'm also trying to play a game that is like, it's really insightful. It's also really terrible.
Huh. Go on.
I found a good while ago. I guess is that a good list of it? I found a combination game of Tetris and Star Wars: The Clone Wars video game,
Interesting.
which it does very well to illumine the background for Star Wars Battlefront 1's Clone Wars era missions.
Okay.
But it's designed by a company that clearly wanted to just make a vehicle game, but they had no clue how to map the controls. Like, most of the time, the only thing the trigger keys do is strafe your character. Fire is A, turbo is X, turbo speed is B, except for when it's not, and then it's something else.
Of course. Of course.
And it's just people, like, you can play some of the Jedi, they handle exactly like the vehicles.
Interesting.
It's so...
Now, have you thought of taking your overheating Xbox in to like a retro store to get it fixed?
Not very heavily. I mean, if it's just overheating, I can just clean it out. I can probably find the screw ports. I doubt there'd be any sense of warranty at this point, anyways.
True. True.
Um, yeah. It's also interesting because one of them, at least, or maybe over the course of releasing Xboxes, they changed up the disc tray design because they have the same front cover panel for the disc tray, but they
Hmm.
have different actual trays beyond that.
Interesting. Did not know that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to an anime convention this Saturday, and I got a suit that I want to wear as like a suit in life, but also to this convention. And the top part fits perfectly, but the
Mm.
pants fit like really thirst trappy yoga pants.
Uh-oh.
So I'm gonna have to buy a different size and mix and match. But I made a brief video explaining how squat gains have a cost, but my sister will not let me post it on TikTok. I'm very I miss the days when I was just a crash out and would do that sort of thing.
I'm glad you've got someone in your life to hold you back from
Uh,
decisions.
I sent it to my little brother to see what he thought, and he just responds with like the stone face emoji, and he says, do what you wish, but expect nothing profitable to come from this video." So yeah,
So you have a brother and a sister.
I am one of 4 children and then an adopted cousin. So
Ah.
I'm 29, my sister's 25, and my brothers are 16 and 14.
Mm.
Yes, and my cousin's 23, I think. He's in Qatar right now with the army.
I misheard you for a hot second.
Go on.
I heard you say he's in guitar.
Ah, yeah, he fell in there with my pick. He's pretty short, actually.
Oh, I see. One of your parents is a leprechaun.
Yes. How tall are you, Steven? Remind me.
I'm 5'7".
Okay, so you're within the normal range of height.
Yeah, I'm actually the exact average height of a Civil War soldier.
Interesting. Let's see. Null is what, like 5 flat?
5'1". It's been a
5'1"?
hot minute since I've thought about that, the metrics on that.
And I think Jeremiah he's not tall. I know that. We're not going to say because we're recording right now, but he's 5'3". I don't think he's that short. I remember one time in college, I would sit on my bed and I would have like a box I would use to like rest my feet on. And I had a friend over and he was sitting on my bed. I'm like, "Oh, here, have my box. You can rest your feet on it." And his feet were dangling inches above the box. He's like, "What am I supposed to do with this?" We were just grumpy the rest of the night. I didn't even mean to do that.
Uh,
What is this online? It's not often you're on a dating app and someone describes herself as a confessional Presbyterian. So, yeah.
Aha.
Most Presbyterians are like, they were just born that way. But if you're confessional Presbyterian, like if you're saying that, that means that you're probably like a within 5 years convert to Presbyterianism.
No, yeah, don't attack. What have I done to you? What have I ever done to you? Other than your entire backstory, technically. Why is this game so expensive? It's just a GameCube game.
Which one?
I started listening to someone review a game called Pokemon Coliseum.
Oh yeah, classic.
I immediately stopped and went, no, I need to get this, and Null and we need to react to it because the plot, just the opening sounds so unhinged. I don't spoil it.
I love the sequel to that game, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. The character Miro B, like he just has the sickest theme song ever. And like his little Lombres dance with him. It's great.
I think Lombre is the one with the lily pad that looks like sombrero.
Yeah.
I have the low on Pokemon Go. I have the Lotad. That's the very first form of that.
Oh, nice.
I have him nicknamed Sombrero.
What's the one between Lotad and Lombre?
No clue.
Lombre is the mid evolution. The last one, it looks like a pineapple.
It's like Sugidero or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, Lombre, yeah. He was telling me about Pokemon Coliseum, and there's a guy in that and in the sequel who like has like a disco theme, and his Lombres like dance with his music, and then he gets like a Lucidadero or whatever it is, and like he just like happy dancing with the music. It's pretty funny.
Okay, I can find just the disc for pretty cheap. Nope, not that buy it now price. The bids are starting at $45, and I can find just the box for $60 something.
Yeah, Pokemon on GameCube, especially XD, is like very, very rare.
So many Japanese. The Japanese versions seem to be. Why?
All right, we ready?
Yes. So the night goes by very peacefully. Nothing happens at all to you.
Or does it? No dreams.
No dreams.
Dude,
No Emmys.
Yip Yap's dreams all died in the whatever killed family.
They all died in the war.
I was gonna say fire, but fire kobolds, so.
Yeah.
Oh no, my family of fishfolk drowned.
How? Who in the halibut trips underwater?
Oh man. That movie is such a fever dream.
Is that the DreamWorks fish movie?
I think.
Yeah,
It's called
Shark Tale.
Tale.
Yeah, Shark Tale.
I've never seen that movie.
Shark Tale.
Oh my god, do you want to watch it tonight?
Sure.
Do it.
I'm sure I can find it.
Sure.
Do it.
It has who is it? Is it Will Smith or is it not
Will Smith.
Yeah.
Will
Okay.
Smith and
Will
Jack
Smith is
Black.
the main guy.
It'll need to be later in our. Oh,
And Renee Zellweger.
dude, I'm talking about new thing. I made this for her.
Mimikyu.
Yeah.
Because we got this little thing from a store in
It's called a
town,
Pokeball.
and
Technically, it's an Ultra Ball.
I made a little
Should have
bit.
been in a love ball.
Ultra Ball or Master Ball?
It's purple. It's
Master
just
Ball.
it's a little dispenser machine that just dispenses proper red Pokeballs and then color swapped ones.
Well, that's a Master Ball. Technically,
Would it be?
I misspoke. Ultra is the yellow and black one.
Uh-huh.
It's a master. Oh, yeah, Master Balls are purple. They also have red spheres on them.
Well, anyway. So,
So
you-
anyway, Whip Yap chooses Charmander.
wow, what a surprise! No one can see that
Or
coming.
is it that Yip Yap is Charmander?
Like you don't have a tail to set on fire.
Not anymore, no. It kind of got slow poked.
Dang.
Or slow broed.
No, it's a slowpoke. That's the one that they eat.
I hope they didn't eat it. That'd be funny if they just took it and ate it.
Oh, Yip Yaps. I thought you were talking about slowpoke. Because they do in fact eat slowpoke tails. It is canon in Pokemon.
Yeah.
Brutal. So, you three wake up. Nothing happened during the night. You feel rested. Maybe not well rested, but rested. That's all that matters, right?
I guess.
You go downstairs to have breakfast or what have you, and the tavern has a few patrons in this morning. It has that dwarven couple that have been sitting outside the past day or so. And on a table near the back is an interesting group of three gentlemen, a tabaxi, an aarakocra, and a tabaxi, all sharing a rather big breakfast with each other.
So 2 tabaxi and an aarakocra?
A tiefling, an aarakocra, and a tabaxi.
Tiefling, okay.
So a tiefling, a tabaxi, and an aarakocra walk into a bar.
And they set
The
it on
bar
the
says, huh?
Tiefling, a tabaxi, and an aarakocra. Okay. What are they wearing?
Yapping loudly, you said?
They're just sharing a big breakfast. They're not being particularly loud, but they are. It seems like they're having a decent time this morning, just in each other's company.
That's very PBS of them.
Should note the first thing Yip Yap did this morning was take a slug from the magic flask. So
Cool!
What a way to start
Roll
the
a
day.
D100. I need to have this thing saved.
he keeps them in the same sub pouch, so it's kind of a gamble. Unless he really focuses on it.
$19. Okay. As Yip Yap and you all head down, Isaiah and Balgroth, you find yourselves, when you guys meet up with Yip Yap to walk down, you find yourselves not excited, but like you have a bit more energy than you did when you crawled out of bed. Just a little bit more energy. Yip Yap, you feel the same.
It just hits like 5-hour energy.
It starts buzzing. But no, specifically this isn't affecting Yip Yap. It's just Isaiah and Balgroth that feel energized.
I feel like I could take on 55 men in a battle instead of 50.
I feel like it's Balgroth.
Wait, is this the effect from my drink? Or
Yeah, you just drank it.
Yeah.
And then we feel energized.
Because it's wild magic.
I took the 5-hour energy, and they have the energy.
You took the wild magic 5-hour energy.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I feel like if Balgroth had like an actual energy drink or something, the first thing he would do is punch a hole in the wall.
Yes. And I wouldn't pay for it.
Balgroth would just get Death Wish. I messaged specifically, by the way.
What was it?
I sent a message, a clerical quandary.
Yes. Thank you for reminding me. Yip Yap, you all need to roll your curses for the morning.
Oh,
dang it! Dang it!
So
that's a D10 and a D6 from each of you, please.
Okay.
I thought
My
we were
favorite part of the day.
This.
What is this? Amazon? What is this Google notification? Nope.
So
that's a 7 and 4 for me.
Hold on, let me make a quick note because it's all over the place. 8 and 2. A 8 and a 7. Wait, no. 7 and a 4. Where am I?
Where are you?
Um, and Yip Yap, a 4. You need to
Eight.
roll. Oh, there it is. A
I
4
rolled
and
a-
6.
I hit shift and enter, and I typed the code in again, but different.
Okay.
Where are you? I was over on the bench.
Isaiah, you feel energized for a split second
Oh no.
before, to Balgroth and Yip Yap, it looks as if Isaiah has been set on fire and then immediately snuffed out. Isaiah, it feels like you just walked through the most boiling hot water you ever could have. And, you take 3 fire damage. But I didn't think this would be needed to mention, but I guess it is needed to mention. Because of Yip Yap's Wild Magic Surge, along with the Energize, you have 5 temporary hit points.
See. Okay.
Yeah.
So Yip Yap helped, in a way, in his own way.
I gave you 5 points of cushion.
What
Now 2 points.
world?
Balgroth, you feel energized, and then you just feel useless. Just so completely useless. Have you done a single right thing in your whole life? You have no idea. And you have disadvantage on charisma checks and saves.
It was your fault.
Gone!
Why is one
It's
of your
all
curses?
gone!
Why is one of your curses my anxiety?
Oh, Yip Yap has felt this before. This exact.
No. Not Yip Yaps, Stevens.
Okay.
Years of academy training wasted.
Wasted.
And Yip Yap. You wake up, you take in your surroundings, you see Isaiah catch on fire, you hear Balgroth cry, and the next thing you know, your brain shuts off, and you have no thoughts.
I see no changes.
That's just Yip Yap.
But extremely Yip Yap.
Again, that's just Yip Yap.
Yip Yap becomes like Chibified, and over his hood is the anime blank eyes circle.
Wow.
And
Hello,
the,
And how are you today?
like the standard kind of music plays. That's like popular on TikTok right now. Sorry, was a question asked to the smooth-brained one?
You alone are the smooth-brained one.
Indeed. Yip Yap has one brain cell. It is between his.
How did he grow in brain power because of this curse? Explain that right now.
Dang, dude.
Everything is terrible. I've never done anything right in my life.
Down the
I
stairs.
miss my wife.
I miss my wife too.
I miss her a
See you
lot.
later.
So is this affecting Yip Yap's wisdom or his intelligence?
Neither. There's just nothing going on.
There's Yip Yap. Oh, Yip Yap's just become neurotypical. Okay.
Logistically speaking, you don't have any disadvantages on anything right now. It's just more jokey, stupid. You know?
He's just smooth brained.
Yes.
And me, I have a disadvantage on what saves?
Charisma check and saves.
Dang it! I'm pretty good at charisma.
You. All right, Mr. Riz God, go riz up a woman for us.
It's suddenly needed.
I have never rizzed up an entire woman well in my life. The only thing I could get is my wife, and now she's dead.
Wait, what does that mean?
What do
The
you
only
mean?
thing you could get? What do you mean the only thing you could get, Balgroth?
I don't even know anymore. I can't
Okay.
even put sentences well together. I'm a failure.
So we come down for breakfast. And there are the people I described earlier.
And Balgroth is just subtly wailing to himself.
Collapses onto the bar counter in like a dramatic way.
Don't you get it? You see the armor? I am Mrs. Nesbit.
Don't you see?
I'm so glad you know how to RP your character. I'm at a loss.
It's perfect though.
Just be you, Yip Yap.
I know, I'm being asked to be more Yip Yap though, and I don't know how to do that.
Well, it's fine.
Embrace the yap.
Can you each roll a quick perception for me, please?
Certainly try. My perception is lowered for some reason. Why does the text look so... This text actually is smaller than normal. What's going on?
I think Roll20 updated at some point between the last session and now because I had to re-put in my password, and that only happens when they update.
Oh, yeah, I also had...
Anyway, so Isaiah and Balgroth.
What?
Nothing. This is God speaking. I didn't misspeak. You guys get up to the bar counter or whatever table you guys want to sit at. You don't have to sit at the bar counter. Oh my god. Anyway, Isaiah and Balgroth, after you sit down, you all look around and you see that it's kind of hard to see on the map, but it's over here on the wall. You see that, as Apostle had mentioned last night, there is a request board hanging on 2 chains from the ceiling, and it already has some things put up on it.
2 chains is here? What
class
is he holding the sign?
What class is he?
Whoa, dude, you're my biggest fan.
I heard there's a gorilla in the woods.
I'm saying gorilla.
You're saying the gorilla's on the loose?
Anyway.
Well, I want to take a look at the requests on these 2 chains.
Okay. You don't.
I think if I step up, I'll slip and fall on my head.
Oof. So it's not that you don't see the board. God, have we watched the TF2 Meet the Crew videos? I feel like we must have at some point.
Which crew member we have?
Pyro?
With the bunnies?
Yes, I'm familiar.
Yip Yap's going through Pyro vision right now in my head.
Oh, okay. That's more than no thoughts. That's disassociation.
To me, that's the same thing. I don't know, man.
Interesting. Okay.
So anyway, yes. Sorry. The request board. Isaiah goes to look at it. Balgroth, I don't know what's going on with you, man.
He's just sitting and watching and slightly weeping.
Okay.
Out of a tub of ice cream.
So there are 5 pieces of paper on this board, and I'm going to describe each of them right now. So I'm just going to talk for a bit, and I'm sorry about that. At the very top, you see a pamphlet, the kind of typical 3-folded way a pamphlet is. Tampa, Florida. You know?
You can do it.
There's 2 chains and Tampa, Florida in here?
Florida.
Whoa.
The center panel has been opened, and it has the most writing of this piece of paper, with a cursive hand at the top reading, "Are you a lonely vessel?" And the rest is written in common down below, but there are unknown symbols kind of mixed in with the wording. But you can make out that it reads, and I can send this to you afterwards. "If you are lonely, let the darkness be your company. If you are unlonely, let the darkness be your solitude. This message is for qualifiers of the collective organism of the darkness. And if you are seeing this and you are thinking, no, I am not a qualifier for the collective organism of the darkness, then you are the most qualified. And on the left panel, it shows a very simply drawn map leading from the edge of Glenfill to a nondescript town in Sione. On the right panel, there's a list of names, two of which stick out rather immediately to you. At the very top, the first name listed says Willard Flo, and beneath that is Baron Montague.
Is he reading this out loud? So, like, people could hear it?
Isaiah reads out loud to himself. Canon.
I was gonna say, what is this made by? Ansem, the Seeker of Darkness?
So this is like advertising being a vessel for the darkness?
If that's what you gather.
I'm just trying to think of how to summarize this in my own notes. Oh.
Yeah, I said I would send it.
Okay.
That's the title. And then these are the names you recognize.
Baron Montague.
Ready for the next thing?
Is it Willard Flo Rida?
Nope. Just flow.
All right.
Like a river.
All right, next.
The next piece is a piece of paper that seems to have been ripped into a smaller square. Like each side is ripped. And it just has a very simple poem written on it that reads, and I can send this again as well. Who leads the lamb to slaughter, to waves of dark water? It sits upon the mountain, the throne, knowing there is no way home. The yawning chasm rests the crown, only deaf may hear the sound. Who leads the lamb to slaughter? The father's hand, the father's hand guides the daughter.
So it's like one of those happy poems.
I put semicolons where the line ends.
Yeah.
The next thing on this board is an elaborate golden parchment that looks to be as if it had been folded recently, but the creases aren't as deep as they really should be. And there's extravagant purple calligraphy on it that reads, gracing the western shores of Tardide, visiting from Wandermere of Grand Myceliana. Wait, no. Miscellanea. The arrogant, the elegant, the smart, the eyes of death, Artemaeus. And the name at the bottom is signed very in kind of like a large, boldish way. And there are small drawings of eyes in the corners of the poster, and off to the side are smaller exclamations that claim, blind yet all-seeing, knows all futures, blessed by data, and readings and seances.
I am the prophet.
There's that one. The next one, an equally sort of fancy piece of paper, silvery and unfurls as if it was made from silk. In a golden ink, you recognize the language that is Sylvan has been scrawled upon it. But the longer you look, the words start to shimmer until it forms into a language that you know the best, which would be Common, I assume. And it reads, a call to all citizens of Glenfill. The royal court of Kincardine reaches out a warning to all who traverse to and from Sione. Sightings of spore madness have become known to us, so Rye and Din alike take care in your travels. Regards, Queen Quaven.
Hmm.
I'm done.
Wait a minute, repeat that?
I'm putting it in the main chat, but I will repeat it. A call
Like
to
King
all
Who?
citizens. Yes. A call to all citizens of Glenfill, the royal court of Kingardine, reaches out a warning to all who traverse to and from Sione. Sightings of spore madness have become known to us, so Rye and Din alike take care in your travels. Regards, Queen Quaven.
Interesting. All right, and number 5. You okay there, Mr. Maya?
Yeah, I'm good. My wife dropped something.
Oh, wow.
Just throwing her under the bus, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
The last piece of paper is a very simple piece of parchment again. It reads, "The day after tomorrow marks the earliest departure to Sione. Leaving from the town of Bury, a caravan shall take travelers across the snowy borders towards the trading town of Kalurl. Join me for steady travels. Remember, there is safety in numbers." And beneath that, it is signed simply Dorian Leaf.
So that's important for us.
That's that nerd we were talking to, wasn't he? Or at least was what he was talking about. That's how we were going to get to Sione.
Correct.
Nice.
So we have to find Birdie.
Well, I might as well not come because I can't find anything.
So he's reading that out loud.
Yeah. He canonically reads out loud.
And also, for Yip Yap, if he is to look at them, the way that it's written, Yip Yap would see it as Thieves Can't, so he can read it.
Oh, yeah. He's
Fancy.
reading it. In Yip Yap's mind, it's just black and white.
Okay.
On a fine, regular day,
Harry the No-Tail!
I was wondering how we were gonna get to Sione and see the one I love. And then, there were the letters. This is killing my nose. Meanwhile, Yip Yap in reality is just half consciously monologuing while somehow holding bubble pipe.
It's like Balgroth is just he's sitting feeling sorry for himself. He glances over to Yip Yap blowing a bubble pipe, and he's just like he immediately snaps out of it like, "What are you doing?"
I'm cracking the case.
What case?
The case of the missing of
The case of the missing fraud.
It
You
is mind's
found
eye.
him.
Well,
It is
something.
mind's eye. In mind's eye, he's like, indubitably, my dear Watson. You see, there's mushroom people between here and Sione that we will have to fight or eat. But don't eat too.
Mushroom dance.
Meanwhile, actually, Yip Yap is just starting to drool.
Yep. Essentially.
I'd say I'm surrounded by idiots, but that would be far too complimentary. What has happened? Balgroth, how did you develop such introspection?
So, do you want to try that again?
I don't know. It's because it's been there all along, and I've been too stupid to see it.
I mean, I don't think you failed at everything in life.
Just
You
the
did.
important things.
Well, yes,
Yeah,
the
just
most
the
important
real
things you have
things,
failed
like
at.
like being able to keep a family together, or even alive.
Granted, probably the most important things you've tried to do, they haven't gone well for you. But it's not necessarily through any fault of your own. Well, think about it. When you were embarrassingly kidnapped by those doppelgangers, you had actually started to break out of prison by the time I rescued you. So that's something to be proud of.
But I didn't even break out of prison.
But you tried, and that's the important thing. It's all about getting better. And think about it.
Tried and failed.
You
Again
walk,
and
you
again.
walk, you walk in on a dangerous experiment, and granted, you died. But you came back too. And that's something to be proud of.
And I'm about to die again because I keep hanging out with you idiots.
Yip
Well,
Yap,
hold on.
Yip Yap slowly padding towards Balgraf.
What do you mean, idiots plural?
Me, myself, and I.
Balgroth, don't be so hard on yourself.
Yip Yap just puts a paw on your leg, and in his mind's eye, he's like, "Don't worry, we'll get to the bottom of this case, and that will give you the solace you need." And in reality, he just kind of looks up at you blankly and goes, "Dad."
And now my own son isn't even a half-orc.
All right, everyone is clearly dealing with some very serious issues at this point. Whew.
I'm really just playing Yip Yap as high as a kite. I'm slowly realizing.
I'm probably not going to remember any of this.
Well, you know what? Let's go outside. Let's see what's going on. Let's enjoy the fresh air. Come on, guys. As I try to herd them out.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Fresh air.
He audibly drags his feet out of the tavern.
Ah, yes, fresh air where clear heads can prevail. Well, Yip Yap. Ow.
And with that, we are going to end the session there. Thank you so much for playing. I hope you had a fun time.
Yes.
And I hope to see you all next week as well. Bye.
Bye.